Noel's News. It's Noel's News.
I'm a young fella.
Well, Noel, how are you?
I'm fine.
Did you miss us while we were in Portugal?
Like a stone in me shoe.
Good man.
Hey, you got on well at Ep.83.
Brilliant, yeah.
Jeez, the place is going mad.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, and you were rubbing shoulders with all the big knobs.
Yeah. yeah.
You met Bono.
Bono, yeah.
Bono, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Scottish lad, Jerry Nutmeg.
Jerry Cinnamon,
Jerry Nutmeg, yeah. He was a good old beat.
And you made an old appearance yourself at Electric Picnic.
I did, by. See, I wouldn't be like Jerry Nutmeg now. He the old bad language.
Yeah.
I'd be more of a straight shooter.
God, you use fairly bad language yourself at times.
I know. Deny. But speaking of straight shooting, I had the guards onto me.
Did you?
Yeah, the neighbours called the guards after the shooting last week.
Go away.
Now, the guards know me. We've crossed paths before, believe it or not. And they said, no, look, we know this was just an accident. And I said, 'twas. As much as my younger son was an accident, I knew what I was at. I just wasn't thinking of the consequences. If you know what I mean, you do.
Mm.
So, maybe they'll bring a case against me and I'll bring a case to Tullamore due to the barracks. And it all works out. Like Elton John says, circle of life. Circle of life.
So you're getting away with it?
Getting away with his years, by. Say nothing. Now, look, you can't worry about these things. And I have a message for you and your listeners from heavyweight boxer Tyson Fury about not worrying about things and how he achieved happiness. Okay? And it wasn't from pucking the heads off of lads.
Okay.
And we've all tried that. But he said, and I quote, "There are a lot of people living in darkness." And I say, but Tyson, the Offaly Rural Electrification Scheme is underway. These people will soon be in the light. We'll start them off with now 20 watts.
Build it up.
Work up to a fluorescent, okay? He said, happiness don't come from achievements. Easy say for a man with no county titles. And on money, he said, I can only wear these pair of shoes and can only sleep in one bed. Some people change their shoes from time to time. He said, if I had 15 cars, I could only drive one of them. Like, he could have a Jeep. He could have a van. He could have a Scud truck.
Scud truck.
You know, maybe he now a camper van. Like Baggy helping down the road. You know, maybe he could have one of them. Do you know Baggy and the wife, they go all over in the camper van.
Do they?
Oh, wherever the road takes them by. They go on, they just park up. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, they were parked up in the square for 4 years. Trying and close off the monument. Jeez, it was a disgrace. When the fair came, the majorettes were marching around him.
Oh, genuine.
Scandal.
Why do they call him Baggy?
You want to see the cut of him?
Oh, nice.
And you'd know.
Okay.
You'd be going around with your eyes in your pockets and your hands closed. You don't be watching. Baggy, and he roaring out the window, shut up, at the majorettes. It's a disgrace. But himself and the Tidy Towns, anyhow, they were like Tupac and Biggie going at each other for years, anyhow. But he actually got arrested for a finish.
Baggy did?
Baggy did, yeah. He stole the gates off the church.
No way.
Yeah. Well, he came out one morning and they were strapped to the side of his van. And, and the guards were there, so it's fairly damning evidence, you'd have to say. He's parked up in Portlaoise prison now, the who are in it. But and Tyson, on his rivalry with boxer Anthony Joshua, he said, we call each other up sometimes and we say we're going to knock each other out. You know, now to be fair, I do that with Brian Dobson. Now, obviously I ring off a private number, but well, he knows it's me. He given me too much bad news over the years, that prick. I tell you. He knows what's coming. But, newsreader. And he said, anything bar world champion would have been a failure to him. Tyson on his now, not Brian Dobson. Obviously, he came here to read news and nail your aunt, but he's... And Fury said he's won his championship the hard way. He was proud of his achievements. He said that he fought a super champion in his own backyard. I done the same. To win 1992 King of the Town. I fought the champion in his own backyard.
Who was that?
Now, I shouldn't have been in his backyard. In the middle of the night. And he didn't see me coming. He was only putting out the bins. But it was a hell of a fight. But Fury fought Vladimir Klitschko, who is a boxer, part-time farmer, I believe, from the Ukraine. And I hate places that do that. The Ukraine. Like, you know, Ondangan isn't the Dingle.
True.
On Uav isn't the Navan. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who do the Ukraine think they are? They're two Johnnies, the Cutty. On Uav. But Navan is a gas town, Maureen. You were ever in there? You were?
Yeah.
Gas town. It's kind of a cross between Tullamore and Baghdad. And do you know who's from Navan?
Pierce Brosnan.
James Bond, by Pierce
Yeah.
Brosnan himself, yeah. Do you know they're looking for a new James Bond?
Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Did you audition?
No, I didn't.
I reckon I'd be good at that.
Do you reckon?
James Bond, I'm drinking and fighting. The odd shift.
Yeah, he does a bit. He does.
Yeah, you're like Marty Whelan in the 80s, right? International Madam Mystery. The Irish Godfather. But Tyson Fury said, I will never be as unhappy as I once was. People worry about things they can't change. You never know what's around the corner. Isn't that true? You know, is it Baggy helping in his camper van looking for revenge? Maybe, but we won't worry about it. That's just a word of happiness for your listeners, okay?
Come on, Noel.
Now, my second story of the week. The French. The waxy devils, by known for their cross aunts. I had one of them. The uncle was a prick too.
Cross the haunts.
Cross aunt. It's the accent kicking in, yeah. Cross aunt. And they had the Eiffel Tower. Like, do you see the house Niamh Condon built after the big claim? She nearly cleaned out that pub in Clonmel after she slipped.
Oh my god.
The Eiffel Tower. You want to see her husband heave the I-slipped Merc outside the house in the driveway. Cutted him. France, also known for the wine, a.k.a. the side-eye juice. The housewives get a bottle of that into him. Lad, they'd be on the phone, Don Doherty, looking for a job straight away. That's wicked stuff, the wine. Wow. Oh, Carmel never drinks that now. Never. Well, that night. You know yourself.
Yeah.
They'd be riding.
Yeah.
But on the subject of hammering, anyway, this week in France. Now listen, there was a big court case in France, right? A man in France, a French man, he was on a business trip in France, and he was staying in a hotel, a French hotel.
In France.
In France. And what did he get up to? You guessed it, the birds and the bees, as the mother used to say to me. The birds and the bees, Norley. But I tell you, just on my mother now, she was a great woman, in fairness to her. She reared all of us on her own.
Go away.
Yeah. And the father was there, he just done fuck all. So this French lad, he was on a business trip. And after business was conducted, he had the evening off. And he met this one, and two consenting adults, they went at it. But didn't he die of a heart attack?
Oh my god.
Mid-gallop.
Oh.
Now, I've heard of a woman being drop dead gorgeous. Dead sexy. But the poor man died. Right? Dead sexy. Oh, imagine the shock of it. Who was where and what? I don't know. But he died anyway, God love him. And the gas thing is, he had health insurance, and they want his work company to pay out the big money.
Jeez.
Because they said he was on the job. They said he was working. He was on a business trip.
Yeah.
And the company said, well, he wasn't doing official company duties at the time. We're not that kind of company. He's not, you know, a gigolo.
Okay.
Or,
Okay.
hey, come on. Every town have him.
Yeah.
We have Mustang Halley. You know him? Mustang Heli. Jeez, he's hung like a horse. He's doing jobs for lonely ladies all around the town, boy. Sean Halley, boy. Jeez, I remember being in school with him. And we went out to toilets, and when I came back into class, I said, "Sir, I thought St. Patrick drove out all the snakes."
Oh, he's.
I left that with you. But this man in France, anyway, the court ruled having sex, it was as normal as taking a shower or having a meal.
Wow.
And there you have it in writing. Everyone is entitled to the bang. So the court ruled an employee on a business trip is entitled to protection over the whole time of the mission. Some mission he was on, huh?
Missionary.
So we just have to say the result, I suppose, is a bit of a mixed bag for the man's wife,
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
who wasn't in the hotel to witness her beloved husband's passing. But we hope that the money will come as some comfort to her.
It's terrible to even be laughing at that.
Now, another serious issue. Local news. There was 2 jumpers left down the park. One a Thurles Milk Academy top, size small. The other is a Kilfeacle Rugby hoodie, they call them. Size medium, made in China. So we are looking for a Chinese man to come forward and collect his hoodie. Failing that, perhaps one of the Kilfeacle selectors could contact the club and collect it. But Podrick has been wearing them to work, so maybe collect him at your nearest convenience. He's out painting Vaughan's Cottage in the Cashel Road at the moment. So if you swing in, you'll get your top back. But he's not the tidiest painter, so fairly lively, I would say. And we have him here. But good to see young fellas working,
Yeah.
keeping out of trouble. There's too many fellas around the town, hanging out the dugouts, drinking weed and smoking bangers and going around the place like the Paddy Williams zombie walk. Zombie walk. Was Paddy telling you about the zombie walk?
I heard something about it, yeah.
He doing a fundraiser.
Yeah.
And there's fellas doing zombie walks every Sunday morning around the town. I say. But you have to be doing a bit of work. I always say a bit of work never hurt anyone. Bar the duck Doolin. The duck, of course, they call him the duck because he had the waddle. He lost the top of his left foot. Transport box came down on him.
Oh, Jesus.
Or a link box, as you'd say, moron.
Yeah.
And poor Dave Doolin, as I knew him, the duck. And I remember at the duck's wedding, and he was marrying the girl, the Casey's, and they'd be very religious. Fishing on Friday, the whole lot. So young Casey, Orla, you know, she came down the stairs, right? The duck and herself had been saying, we won't do it now until the wedding night. Very religious. They hadn't taken off their clothes in front of each other. And when they went up for the wedding night, she came running down the stairs saying, Mammy, Davy have a foot and a half. I said, stand back, girl. Leave this one to your mother. So call out to Podrick on the Cashel Road and he will give you back the jumper. But I'd do it fairly soon if I were you. And that is my news. You got back in Portugal, okay?
We did. Yeah, great holiday.
How'd you get home?
Airplane. Aer Lingus.
And you sit down the back?
Yeah.
And you were okay?
Yeah. Why?
No, I told you. I told you. It's the safest place in the plane to sit.
At the back.
Yeah. You never see a plane reverse into a mountain. Like, so.
True.
Did you know you can also use that on a boat?
Why you stay at the back?
Well, the Titanic didn't reverse into the iceberg.
That's true as well, yeah.
A few facts for you now.
Every day is a school day.
For you.
Thanks, Noel.
Okay.
You're okay to come to London?
Shall we see how we're going? Club Lotto Sunday evening, so if I can get Dermot to give in my tickets, I might follow you over. I'll make my own way.
Okay, alright.
I'll see how I'm going.
Okay, good man, right. Talk to you soon.
Good luck.